missions? Specifically one with a huge more attack, perhaps? Paimon's just being enthusiastic.
It's always a pleasure to see our two most avid adventurers. Actually, we do in fact have a rather urgent commission that is still open. Having read the details, however...
Don't worry about that. We were just kidding.
To put it simply, the requester is looking for a temporary replacement actress for their musical. But the troupe has also been experiencing some financial difficulties.
That does sound like a tricky situation. So...
That's right. Our adventurers reached out to many actresses. There are only a few days left until the performance. If they can't find someone in time, they'll...
Got it. Oh, this one's a doozy. What do you think, Traveler? Any ideas? Even if we took the commission, neither of us have any experience starring a...
If you're interested in helping, why not start... Maybe you can't fill the role yourselves, but you might be able to help him figure...
Oh, it's that guy, huh? No wonder. Paimon approves. Let's go. Hello there. Are you the guy looking for a new actress?
Wait, I know you two. Are you really
Wow, sounds like we're pretty famous in Fontaine already. But to answer your question, neither of us have any experience.
I see. It's okay. I knew that asking for a volunteer... If we can't find someone to step in, we'll have no choice but to cancel the show. That's the thing. We're not some all our sets and props are very crude. If we had a way to make this profitable, things might have...
Disband? You're splitting up the troupe?
Oh, I guess the lady at the Adventurers Guild didn't tell... One last show. And after that, we go... Nobody wants things to just... fizzle out. Yeah, the leading lady, in fact. She's been dealing with a chronic ill... The show just won't be the same without her.
Got it. We have a clearer picture now. What if we...
Please, there's no need to go that far. I wouldn't feel right asking such a huge favor. And I can't promise that we'd ever be able to pay you back.
Good point. If the actress just goes through the motions for the... We should find someone who will put on the best performance possible. Oh, wait! What about... That's how you know we're the best apart. She's really good at performing, and she was once super popular with the crowd.
Who are you thinking of? Sounds like someone famous. Her! You're...
Nope. Paimon doesn't actually know if she's performed on stage.
You're not wrong there. She has actually performed in a number of big-name shows before. But even if she's no longer the Hydro Archon, it's not like she's still an idol to many people in Fontaine, including myself. I just think Lady Furina might feel a bit out of place in an amateur troupe like ours. Well, yes, but... Fair enough. I mean, if she was actually willing to... I'm sure everyone in our troupe has probably dreamt of... Of course, it all depends on whether she's interested.
No point in stressing about that. Besides, things are different now. There's no reason for her to be...
Thank you for your help. I guess I'll...
Wait, where does Furina actually live nowadays? She used to live in luxury at the...
As it happens, I have her current address here. I can provide it to you.
Woo! When did you get...
I came over when things were starting to sound more prompt. It is my duty to support commissioners in any...
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Well, now that we've got the address, we'll go find Furina. Did Catherine really give us the right address? She lives... Not that there's anything wrong with this place, it's just...
You know, it's common courtesy to make sure the homeowner isn't in earshot when you're done.
Okay, when did popping out of thin air become all the rage?
I was just out on a shopping trip. I ran out of macaroni, so I went to grab a few more. I used to have a much wider range of choices when it came to food. But now I'm finding that not at all. As long as you have different kinds of sauces in, you can have macaroni and tomato sauce one week.
Oh, sounds like you're really struggling to cope.
How rude! Questioning my cooking skills. It's not like I have a very eventful life these days. Besides, I'm sure I could master dishes like la lettre focilor or blubber profiteroles in no time.
Ah, there it is. You don't know how to cook.
Not yet, maybe, but... Anyway, let me first be clear that I'm not taking guests at this time.
Sorry, we're sorry. Please don't be mad. Yeah, exactly what the traveler said. Hang on a sec, you weren't exactly holding back either.
My help? Well, maybe you're forgetting that I'm no longer the mighty high...
Don't worry, it's nothing that serious. It's just very specific, and you're the one with the power to...
Oh? Well, if that's the case, then... So tell me, what specifically makes this I see. I knew you couldn't have come up after all. I was once the brightest star in all of Fontaine. But given the present circumstances...
How come? It sounds like this would be a
True, but I have made a decision to... Although I am no longer required to play the role of the Hydro Art... Centuries of pretending to be a different person changes you complete... Of course, that can't be undone now. But at least I can say that I no longer desire to play any new roles.
Paimon can understand, but this is just a one-off part to fill in for someone who's...
Whether it's a one-off or not, if I make an exception to the rule now, I'm just leaving a back door for my... So I'm not going to perform, and that is that.
Okay, guess there's no convincing you. Well, is there anything else we can do to help? Do you know any other actors who might be interested in...
Nope.
Short and to the point, okay.
I've never been great at maintaining relationships. Besides, since I'm just an ordinary person now, they'll probably just laugh in my face if I go asking them for help. Look, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry I drew a...
Well, is there anything else we can do?
Have I not made myself clear? You're barking... Sorry. I didn't mean for that to sound so harsh.
It's all right, Furina. Paimon just wanted to make sure we tried everything. Oh, yeah, I guess that's all we can do now.
Toodaloo to you.
It's too bad, but we have to respect Furina's decision. Maybe the thought of performing brings up too many painful memories now. Huh? What's going on? Are they arguing?
That's besides the point. I'll ask you again. Why did you start looking for—
You didn't need to say it. We've known each other for how long now?
And that gives you the right to make a decision?
Shortly after you left, the troupe's lead actress came to the Adventurers Guild. She believes... Excuse me, but can you both...
Sorry, I was just dealing...
Sadly, it's...
I see. You see, our leading lady has just informed me that she's well enough to...
Oh, right! Sounds like everything worked itself out then. Yeah, she'd be livid.
Jeez, is Lady Furina really—
Only joking, calm down. So, despite the fact that we failed to complete the commission, we were still racking our brains for
Look, there's no point arguing. This is the last chance we have, though. If your illness flares up, are you absolutely sure you'll be able to handle it?
Yes, I'm completely confident. I've been taking a new medication. I share everyone's desire to commemorate all our years as every one of us thinks of—
You're right. I'm sorry. I let myself get too worried about the
All's well that ends well. Sounds like the show will go on. Sure.
Hey, how did you... I was just passing by because I realized I forgot a couple of items. All right, I'm coming. No need to drag me.
Furina? Didn't you say you were gonna take a
I was just ever so slightly concerned about the situation you met. When you came to talk with me earlier, I jumped right to explaining my position, and all before I even had a full grasp of the situation. I'm sorry, Paimon.
Oh, it's totally fine. Paimon didn't take any of that personally.
You really have a knack for asking the most I felt very sheepish, having had a change of heart after flatly refusing you. And then to make my... But in any case, it sounds like the issue...
Yeah. When they said they were gonna ask for your help, I almost had a heart...
There's no need to think like that. And no need to keep addressing me as lady. I was wondering, if this troupe is so important to all of you, why, if the difficulties are purely financial, then there must be a solution. You could put the shows on pause. Everyone seems so devoted to the troupe. I'm sure if you...
We all want to believe that, but everything's been going downhill ever since we lost our director.
Her name was O'Reilly, and she was the founder as well as the artistic director of our troupe.
What?
That's actually how I recognized these two. It was all thanks to their efforts. But still...
She was a loyal fan of your performances, Miss Furina. They were what first inspired her to get into musical theater. She rallied many people around her who were destitute or had lost their sense of purpose in life. People loved our performances back then. We seemed...
And then disaster struck.
Yeah. After that, none of us know anything about script writing, let alone how to handle the business side of things. It's agonizing. But ultimately...
Oh.
What a terrible waste. I suppose it's fair to say then that this final show, besides being...
Yes, exactly. We all...
Well, good thing I followed the Traveler here. After hearing...
Furina?
I know what you're thinking, but I by no means plan to cross the boundary I've set for myself. I can, however, provide some artistic guidance from the vantage point of but only if you feel this is something that would help.
Oh, most definitely.
We unfortunately don't have any budget for a consultant, though.
I don't need any compensation. All I'd ask in return, if you're willing, is that something I've begun to realize since my departure from the Opera Epiclese is the law only judges criminal behavior and does not weigh human emotion. What about all the unresolved emotions of the parties involved? What happens to them? An interesting answer. But if you ask me, I think take, par exemple, how this troupe pines for their late director. Things such as this I have never witnessed before, and so I should like to observe, perchance to understand.
Still a fan of your old dramatic monologues. You just want to get back in on the action, don't...
No. This is a completely different situation.
The name's not Swine, it's Paimon!
Would you be willing to join me? Come on, take a break from adventuring to listen to a story.
Thank you all so much. Our director was a huge fan of Miss Furina's performances. As, of course... Alright, follow me. We'll go to our usual practice space. Please excuse the size. Huh? Lady Furina?
What's Lady Furina doing here?
Hello all. Allow me to explain. As of today, Miss Furina will be supporting our production. These two over here are the ones that made it possible. You bet! That was the trial of the century!
You helped bring our director's murderer to justice. We can't.
Oh, please don't mention it. We're just here to.
So, you were saying
Yeah, that's the name of our final show. It's an unfinished script left behind, but one of our greatest regrets is that she never got to complete it.
Wait, but if it's not finished, then.
Yeah, we've been battling issues on every front, trying to reach the protagonist of the story. She longed to live just like any other human. And sure, but one day, her true identity was
so far, so good.
That's one of the issues we've been trying to deal with. We need a proper ending so we can bring this musical to the stage. But
We still haven't decided between a happy ending or...
By true to life, you mean
yeah, like they say. But then there's the question of whether we really want to use the stage.
Exactly. A lot of the time, people come to watch a show just hoping for some light. And one last thing. The first is Paulo, who plays the protagonist's lover. He's locked himself away to focus on writing an ending for the script. But the other is Villemont, who plays the main antagonist. He took the director's He did write to us, promising that he'll be there for the final performance.
Although, now that we have
what opportunity? What do you...
Maybe you're unaware.
Our director was constantly singing your praises. All of us...
Oh, stop! You're making me all flustered. I suspect the reason they're dragging their feet is that they have their doubts about whether but one by one, all the obstacles
Makes sense. Okay, he went back to Poisson a few days ago. Said that
I thought the last thing his friend...
Yeah, maybe he could use some
Poisson. Nothing. I suppose my presence will be... So, allons-y. To Poisson!